Long before the towering skyscrapers and bustling streets of modern Toronto, the land held a different kind of magic. It was a time when nature reigned supreme, and the boundaries between the natural and the supernatural were blurred. The air, thick with the scent of pine and damp earth, carried whispers of ancient beings. Every rustle of leaves, every ripple in the water seemed to tell a story of its own. These were not tales for the faint of heart. They were stories that spoke of the unknown, of the mysteries that lay hidden in the shadows. They spoke of creatures lurking in the shadows, guardians of the natural world. These beings were said to protect the land, ensuring that the balance of nature was maintained. The Algonquian people, the original inhabitants of this land, knew these stories well. Their connection to the land was profound, and their respect for its power was unwavering. Passed down through generations, these tales served as warnings and reminders of the power that dwelled within the untamed wilderness. Around the fire, elders would recount these stories, their voices filled with reverence and caution. The heart of these stories often centered on the Don River, a winding ribbon of water that snaked its way through the dense forests. This river was more than just a source of life. It was a conduit for the mystical and the unknown. It was here, in the murky depths, that something ancient was said to reside, something powerful, something hungry. The river's dark waters were believed to be the domain of a formidable entity. The Algonquians called it the Mishipeshu. This creature was more than a myth. It was a symbol of the untamed power of nature. We know it as the water panther. Descriptions of this creature varied, but all agreed on its immense strength and unpredictable nature. A creature of immense power and unpredictable fury, it commanded respect and instilled fear in equal measure. To encounter the water panther was to come face to face with the raw, unbridled force of the natural world. The water panther was more than just a fearsome predator. It was a symbol of power and mystery, a creature that haunted the dreams and stories of the Algonquian people. It was a shapeshifter, a creature of myth and legend, capable of taking on many forms to protect its domain. It could appear as a massive panther, its sleek black coat blending seamlessly with the shadows, making it nearly invisible in the dense forest. Its eyes, however, glowed with an eerie luminescence, a beacon in the darkness that sent chills down the bravest warrior's spine. These eyes were said to see into the souls of those who dared to cross its path. But the water panther's true form was far more terrifying. It was not just a creature of the land, but also of the water. Beneath the water's surface, it transformed into a serpentine horror, a beast that ruled the depths with an iron grip. Razor-sharp claws tipped each of its many limbs, capable of tearing through flesh and bone with ease, and rows of jagged teeth lined its gaping maw, ready to devour anything that dared to challenge it. Its back, a mass of scales and spines, could easily be mistaken for a submerged log, until it moved, revealing its true nature as a deadly predator. The Algonquians believed the water panther was a guardian of the river, a protector of the delicate balance between the natural and the spirit world. It was revered and feared, a symbol of the power of nature. To disrespect the river, to pollute its waters, or hunt its creatures without need, was to invite the wrath of the Mishipeshu. The Algonquians knew that living in harmony with nature was essential for their survival, and the water panther was a constant reminder of this delicate balance. Stories of the water panther were passed down through generations, teaching the importance of respect and reverence for the natural world. The legend of the water panther continues to be a powerful symbol of the connection between humans and nature. As years turned into decades, the landscape of Toronto began to change. The once mighty forests that had blanketed the region gave way to sprawling settlements. The whispering pines were replaced with the clang of hammers and the shouts of workmen as the city of Toronto rose from the banks of Lake Ontario. The Don River, once a pristine waterway teeming with life, became a convenient dumping ground for the burgeoning city's waste. The once clear waters turned murky and foul, choked with the byproducts of progress. With this drastic transformation came silence. The whispers of the water panther, once so prevalent in the stories of the Algonquian people, faded into obscurity. The creature, it seemed, had retreated from the encroaching concrete jungle, or had it? The year was 1978. The heart of Toronto throbbed with the pulse of urban life, seemingly a million miles away from the ancient legends of the Algonquian people. The city was a bustling metropolis, a place where the past and present coexisted in a delicate balance. Ernest, a city worker tasked with routine maintenance in the labyrinthine network of tunnels beneath Cabbagetown, knew little of these stories. His days were filled with the mundane tasks of ensuring the city's infrastructure remained intact. He was a practical man, more concerned with leaky pipes and faulty wiring than mythical beasts. His job required a keen eye for detail and a steady hand, qualities Ernest possessed in abundance. But on this particular evening, his world was about to collide with the stuff of nightmares. The tunnels, usually a place of routine and predictability, would become a stage for the unknown.
I was alone, making my way through a dimly lit section of the tunnel system. The beam of my flashlight cut through the darkness, revealing the damp walls and the occasional scurrying rat. The air was thick with the smell of damp earth and something else. It was a scent that was foreign to me, something that didn't belong in the tunnels, something musky and altogether unpleasant. It was a smell that seemed to cling to the walls, a reminder of the unknown depths of the underground. The hairs on the back of my neck prickled with a sudden chill. I stopped, listening intently. The usual sounds of the tunnel were absent, replaced by an eerie silence. An eerie silence hung in the air, broken only by the steady drip of water. Then I heard it, a sound that sent a shiver down my spine, a low growl, guttural and primal, echoing through the tunnel. It was a sound that spoke of ancient fears, of things best left undisturbed.
Ernest's encounter would soon become the stuff of modern legend, a chilling reminder that some ancient tales never truly fade away. The city of Toronto, with its modern facade, still held secrets from a time long past, waiting to be discovered by those brave enough to venture into the unknown.
Fear cold and sharp shot through me. My heart pounded against my ribs like a drum as I slowly turned towards the source of the sound.
And his flashlight beam danced across the rough-hewn walls of the tunnel, casting grotesque shadows that seemed to writhe and contort in the darkness. There, at the edge of the light, he saw it, a hulking shape, its eyes burning like hot coals in the darkness.
It was larger than any dog, more muscular than any bear I had ever seen.
Its fur, matted and thick, seemed to absorb the light, but it was the creature's eyes that truly terrified him. They were intelligent, filled with a primal hunger that sent shivers down his spine. For a moment, the two stared at each other, predator and prey frozen in time. Then, with a terrifying snarl, the creature lunged.
Scrambling back in terror, I fell, my flashlight clattering to the ground.
The creature, momentarily blinded by its own sudden movement, hesitated. This was all Ernest needed. He scrambled to his feet and ran, the creature's enraged roar echoing behind him. He didn't stop running until he burst from the tunnel entrance, gasping for air, his clothes torn, his face streaked with grime and terror.
At first, his story was met with disbelief and ridicule, but the terror in Ernest's eyes, the genuine fear that clung to him like a shroud, gave people pause. The Toronto Star, eager for a sensational story, ran a front-page headline, "Monster in the Tunnels?" The city, captivated by the tale, buzzed with speculation. A team of city officials armed with flashlights and a healthy dose of skepticism ventured into the tunnels to investigate.
The tunnel, damp and echoing, yielded no trace of the creature. There were no footprints, no scat, no further signs of the monster that Ernest had so vividly described. The city, breathing a collective sigh of relief, dismissed the incident as a case of nerves or perhaps a prank gone wrong. But the story refused to die.
Theories, ranging from the plausible to the downright bizarre, began to circulate. Some whispered that it was a bear, driven from its natural habitat by the city's relentless expansion. Others, pointing to the creature's glowing eyes and aggressive demeanor, speculated that it was something far stranger. Could it be a chupacabra, the mythical creature said to drain the blood of livestock? Or perhaps something even more extraordinary, a visitor from the stars stranded in the bowels of the city?
Whatever the truth, the legend of the Cabbagetown monster had taken root. The city, once so quick to dismiss the story, found itself captivated by the possibility, however remote, that something unknown lurked beneath its surface.
I refused to set foot in the tunnels again. I knew what I had seen, and I knew that some secrets are best left buried.
To this day, the Cabbagetown monster remains an enigma, a chilling reminder that even in the heart of a bustling metropolis, some mysteries endure. The whispers of the past, carried on the wind through the concrete canyons, tell a different story. They speak of ancient guardians, of forgotten tales, and of the creatures that lurk just beyond the reach of the city's light. And somewhere, deep beneath the surface, in the cold, dark silence of the tunnels, something stirs, waiting, watching.